Welcome to Module 6 of the Health2Innovation programme, Marketing in Healthcare. Public health is one of the strategic areas in which the European Union is exerting a growing influence. Through its institutions, regulatory mechanisms and ethical frameworks, the Union not only shapes member states' healthcare policies, but also impacts the marketing strategies of players in the sector. The aim of this video is to give you an overview of the European mechanisms influencing the healthcare sector and to understand their direct impact on companies' marketing strategies. The European Commission plays a central role in the development and implementation of public health policies, influencing corporate marketing strategies through its decisions on health promotion, health crisis management, and research funding. The European Commission develops strategies to improve the health of European citizens. It focuses on health promotion, disease prevention, and the management of cross-border threats such as epidemics. These policies influence healthcare marketing campaigns, defining the public health messages that companies must relay. The Commission coordinates responses to major health crises, such as pandemics. This involves working with member states and other EU institutions to ensure a coherent response. This coordination is essential for healthcare companies who need to adapt their marketing to current health directives. The European Commission funds numerous health research projects, notably through programs such as Horizon Europe. This funding supports innovation in healthcare and indirectly influences marketing campaigns by promoting communication on scientific advances and new treatments. The European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control, ECDC, is an EU agency responsible for monitoring infectious diseases and making recommendations for their prevention and control. ECDC collects and analyses data on infectious diseases in the EU. Trends and alerts issued by the ECDC directly influence health marketing campaigns, particularly in terms of raising awareness and promoting vaccines or preventive measures. ECDC issues recommendations to member states on how to prevent and control infectious diseases. These recommendations must be integrated into corporate health communications, which must comply with ECDC guidelines to maintain credibility and avoid regulatory sanctions. The ECDC monitors infectious diseases and issues crucial recommendations for the prevention and control of epidemics, having a direct impact on awareness campaigns and healthcare marketing strategies. The EMA is responsible for evaluating, authorizing, and monitoring medicinal products. The EMA's decisions on medicines directly influence the way pharmaceutical products are marketed. The EMA is responsible for the scientific evaluation, authorization, and monitoring of medicinal products in the EU. Companies must obtain EMA approval before marketing a new drug. EMA decisions have a direct impact on marketing strategies as they determine which products can be promoted and how. The EMA monitors medicines after they have been placed on the market to ensure that they remain safe and effective. Any change in a drug's indications, side effects, or instructions for use can affect pharmaceutical companies' marketing messages. Regulatory and ethical context in healthcare marketing. The advertising and promotion of healthcare products is governed by strict regulations to ensure compliance and transparency. This includes the advertising of medicines, the requirement for accurate information, and the management of personal data under the RGPD. Drug advertising is strictly regulated in the EU. Only over-the-counter medicines may be advertised directly to consumers. For prescription medicines, advertising is generally restricted to healthcare professionals. These regulations oblige companies to design marketing campaigns that respect legal limits while being effective. Regulations require that information provided as part of marketing campaigns is accurate, clear, and not misleading. This includes information on side effects, contraindications, and efficacy. Companies must ensure that their messages comply with the data approved by the health authorities. With the entry into force of the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, the management of personal data in healthcare marketing has become a major issue. Companies must obtain explicit consent from patients before collecting or using their data for marketing campaigns, and they must guarantee the security of this information. Ethics in healthcare marketing involves medical deontology, ethics in research and development, and the management of ethical violations. Companies must ensure that their practices respect ethical principles and do not compromise patient safety. Medical ethics provide a framework for the practices of healthcare professionals, ensuring that they respect the rights of patients and society as a whole. Confidentiality. Healthcare professionals are obliged to respect the confidentiality of their patients' medical information. This is particularly crucial in e-health, where data is more easily shared and potentially exposed. Informed consent. Before any medical intervention, patients must be fully informed of the risks, benefits, and alternatives, and must give their free and informed consent. This also applies to participation in clinical trials and the use of new healthcare technologies. Non-maleficence and beneficence. The ethical principles of non-maleficence, doing no harm, and beneficence, acting in the patient's best interests, guide medical decisions. They oblige healthcare professionals to carefully weigh up the risks and benefits of proposed treatments. Ethics in research and development. Ethics in research is essential to ensure that clinical studies and R&D projects respect the rights and dignity of participants. Ethics committees. All research involving human subjects must be approved by an independent ethics committee. This committee evaluates whether the study is justified, whether risks to participants are minimized, and whether informed consent is properly obtained. Equity and access. Clinical studies must be designed to include a wide range of populations unless contraindicated, so that results can be generalized and discrimination avoided. Transparency and publication of results. Researchers have an ethical obligation to publish the results of their studies, whether positive or negative, to contribute to the advancement of knowledge and avoid publication bias. Specific regulations for healthcare products in Europe. The regulation of medicines, including evaluation, post-marketing surveillance and advertising, is essential to ensure their safety and efficacy and influences the marketing strategies of pharmaceutical companies. Evaluation and authorization. Before a drug is approved for marketing, it must undergo a rigorous evaluation by the EMA. This evaluation includes clinical trials to demonstrate efficacy and safety. The EMA then issues a marketing authorization, which is necessary for the drug to be sold in Europe. Post-marketing surveillance. Once a drug is on the market, it is subject to continuous monitoring to detect any unexpected side effects. Companies must report all incidents to the EMA and national authorities. Regulations also require product information to be updated to reflect new safety data. Advertising and promotion. Drug promotion is strictly regulated. For prescription drugs, direct-to-consumer advertising is prohibited. Only communications with healthcare professionals are authorized. For over-the-counter medicines, advertising must be truthful, clear, and not misleading. CE certification, medical device classification and traceability requirements are crucial aspects of their regulation. These elements influence the way medical devices are marketed and used in Europe. CE certification. To be marketed in Europe, medical devices must obtain CE certification, which attests to their compliance with European safety and performance requirements. This certification is obtained after evaluation by a notified body. Classification and monitoring. Medical devices are classified into different categories according to their potential risk to patients. Monitoring rules vary according to the class of the device. High-class devices require stricter controls and continuous monitoring. Documentation and traceability. Manufacturers must maintain detailed documentation on the manufacture and performance of their devices. They must also set up systems to ensure traceability of devices throughout their life cycle, from production to use. E-health, which encompasses digital healthcare technologies, is regulated by data protection standards, RGPD, and interoperability requirements. Clinical validation of digital healthcare applications is also essential to guarantee their effectiveness and safety. Data protection, RGPD. The protection of personal data is governed by the RGPD, which imposes strict obligations regarding the collection, processing, and storage of healthcare data. Companies must guarantee that data is secure and that patients have full control over their personal information. Interoperability and standards. E-health solutions must comply with interoperability standards to ensure that they can seamlessly exchange and use information with other healthcare systems. These standards are essential for creating integrated electronic health records and coordinating care. Clinical validation of health applications. Digital health applications must be clinically validated to guarantee their efficacy and safety. European authorities recommend rigorous processes for evaluating these applications before they are made available to patients.